Hello, friends. Welcome to This Day in Jack Benny. I'm John Henderson. This episode is from January 17th, 1954. Some popular music at the time included the song Ricochet by Teresa Brewer.
And baby, I don't want a ricochet romance. I don't want a ricochet love. If you're careless with your kisses, find another turtle dove. I can't live on ricochet romance.
The Bell Sisters.
Take back your gold, for gold can never buy me. Take back your bribe, I promise you'll be true.
The Ink Spots.
Flowers, Mr. Flores, please.
And the Fred Waring Choir.
For there's a me.
My tulips and heaven are tied up together.
Bing Crosby was the voice of Minute Maid Orange Juice.
Finest flavor from the tree, and so full of vitamin C. It's convenient as can be. Minute Maid.
In the episode, they mentioned some pro golfers, Lloyd Mangrum, Fred Wanpler, Sam Sneed, and Ben Hogen.
I'm a golfer and have been since I was 12 years old, and tournament golf is my life.
About a month before this episode, actress Terry Moore joined a USO tour in Korea, where she caused a hubbub by appearing on stage before a crowd of soldiers in a revealing white ermine fur bathing suit.
Thank you.
In theaters at the time, you could see the latest biopic, The Eddie Cantor Story.
If you knew Susie like I know Susie, oh, what a girl.
On television, you could watch the detective Boston Blackie.
So ridiculous it could be true. Oh, that's the trouble with you, Blackie. I work like a dog, and you go around minimizing my evidence.
And people would remember the old film serial Mandrake the Magician.
Mandrake, world-famous magician, associated with his friend, Professor Houston, is completing the invention of a radium energy machine destined to be of great value to humanity.
Immediately following this radio show of the Jack Benny program, there was a television episode of the Jack Benny program. His guest star would be the musician with the big bright smile, Liberace.
Oh, Jack. Oh, Liberace. How are you? You know, this is the first time I've been here. You really have a beautiful home.
Well, thank you. My brother George and I find it very comfortable.
You do? Yes, it must be nice and warm, too.
Oh, you're referring to my candelabra. I didn't think you'd notice them. I feel that deep down inside of you is a great musical talent, but you just haven't surrounded yourself with the proper atmosphere.
You may be right.
How about tuning up?
What?
How about tuning up?
Yeah, go right ahead.
How about you tuning up?
Oh, give me a...
If you enjoy this podcast, take a moment to give it a 5-star rating and review wherever you're listening, and hit the share button to tell a friend. And enjoy the show.
The Jack Benny Program, transcribed and presented by Lucky Strike.
Lucky's taste better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother.
Lucky's taste better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother. For Lucky Strike means fine tobacco, richer tasting, fine tobacco.
Lucky's taste better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother. Lucky Strike! Lucky Strike! This is Don Wilson, friends. How do you feel about it? Isn't smoking enjoyment the main thing you want from your cigarette? Well, just remember this. Smoking enjoyment is all a matter of taste. And the fact of the matter is, Lucky's taste better. Cleaner, fresher, smoother. Now, freshness is especially important. And you'll be glad to know that every pack of Lucky Strike is extra tightly sealed to bring you Lucky's better taste in all its natural freshness. Light up a Lucky and see for yourself how much fresher, how much better it does taste. Lucky's just have to taste better. In the first place, they're made with fine tobacco. Fine, naturally mild, good-tasting tobacco. Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Secondly, Luckies are made better. Made round and firm and fully packed to draw freely and smoke evenly. All this means better taste. Yes, smoking enjoyment is all a matter of taste. And the fact of the matter is, Lucky's taste better. So be happy, go Lucky. Get better taste and get it fresh with Lucky Strike.
Lucky's taste better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother. Lucky Strike! Lucky Strike!
The Lucky Strike program starring Jack Benny with Mary Livingston, Rochester, Dennis Day, Bob Crosby, and yours truly, Don Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight Jack Benny does another of his television programs with his guest star, Liberace. But meanwhile, I'd like to take you back to last Wednesday. After rehearsal, Bob Crosby, Dennis, and Jack dropped in at the corner drugstore for a bite to eat.
Hey, fellas, our regular table over there is empty.
Yeah, come on, Dennis.
Okay.
Well, I'll get the waitress, and we'll order. Oh, Miss!
What do you want, Mac?
We'd like to place our order.
Okay, here's the menu.
Thanks. Now, let's see. I don't know what I want. I think I'll have the hash.
The hash?
That's right.
Okay. One order of leftovers for a gambler.
Never mind, waitress. Cancel the order.
Throw it back in the pail.
Gee, I don't know what to have.
Hurry up, Mac. I ain't got all day.
Now, don't rush me. What kind of a looking table is this, anyway? There's a half-lit cigarette in the ashtray, there are fingerprints all over the plate, and there's lipstick on my water glass.
What are you, a customer or a Boston Blackie?
Now, look, I don't want any of your sarcasm. Just bring me a ham sandwich and a cup of coffee.
Okay.
Say, I'll have the same and a glass of orange juice, and make sure that it's Minute Maid.
Why does it have to be Minute Maid orange juice?
Well, I'm helping out a relative who's not doing too well.
Well, what do you know? All right, Dennis, what are you going to have?
Well, let's see. I'll have the chopped liver, the matzo ball soup, and the gefilte fish.
Okay. One Pat O'Brien special.
Dennis, what are you going to have to drink?
Oh, I'll have a Charlton malt milk with 5 eggs in it.
5? Dennis, how come you want so many eggs?
I know a hen that's not doing too well.
Now cut that out! Miss, just get our orders.
Okay.
Say, Jack, are you going up to Pebble Beach and playing my brother Bing's pro-amateur golf tournament?
Oh, I may, Bob, if my game keeps improving. I've been doing pretty well lately.
I think golf is a silly game.
Oh, you do, Dennis? Well, let me ask you something. If it's such a silly game, why are people like Ben Hogen, Sammy Sneed, Lloyd Mangrum, and Fred Wanpler playing it?
Because they can't sing.
Well, I'll show you how ridiculous that is, Dennis. Bing Crosby is a good golfer, and he's one of the greatest singers in the country.
Then how come he has to sell orange juice?
Oh, be quiet. I don't know why I get into these conversations, but with you before I eat.
Here's your grub, fellas.
Thanks.
And the boss sent this over with the compliments of the house.
Gee, a new bottle of ketchup. Isn't that nice?
Do you want anything else?
No, that'll be all, miss.
Okay.
Gee, she's a charming girl. I wonder how she'd look in an ermine bathing suit.
Hey, fellas, why don't we have some music while we eat? There's a jukebox right over there.
Oh, swell. Anybody got change for a quarter?
Well, I have.
Good. Go put a nickel in.
Now, wait a minute. How about you putting a nickel in for a change?
Well...
Go ahead, Mr. Benny. Put a nickel in.
But everyone in the store will hear the record, won't they?
Well, so what?
Well, that doesn't seem fair. Why should I put in a nickel? A whole bunch of total strangers can listen to it.
Oh. What's the difference, Jack? Go ahead. Be a sport.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah, here's the Bell Sisters' latest record. Gee, there are two of them. Wait a minute, here's one by the Ink Spots. That's a trio. Boy, look at this, the Fred Wearing Choir. Now, there's a buy.
Say, Mr. Benny, one of my records is on it.
Yeah, Jack, play that.
A solo? Well, okay, here goes.
We were waltzing together to a dreamy melody when they called out, "Change partners," and you waltzed away from me. Now my arms feel so empty as I gaze around the floor, and I'll keep on changing partners till I hold you once more. Though we danced for one moment, and too soon we had to part, in that wonderful moment, something happened to my heart. So I'll keep changing partners till you're in my arms, and then, oh, my darling, I will never change partners again. In that wonderful moment, something happened to my heart. So I'll keep changing partners till you're in my arms, and then, oh, my darling, I will never change partners
That's a swell record, Dennis. You'll have to do it on the show sometime.
Yeah.
Well, let's get out of here, huh?
Okay. Who gets the check this time?
It's your turn.
Oh, yes. Miss, I'll take the check.
Here you are. Well, pick it up. It ain't radioactive.
Look, don't be funny. Here, you can keep the change.
Telephone call for Jack Benny. Telephone call for Jack Benny.
Oh, excuse me, fellas.
It's in that second booth.
Oh, thank you. Hello?
Hello, Mr. Benny. This is Rochester.
Rochester, how'd you know I was here at the drugstore?
I called CBS. They told me you were out to lunch, and I had a hunch it wasn't Romanoff.
Well, what'd you call me for, Rochester?
I thought I'd better. You had a phone call from Mr. Liberace.
Oh, yes. He's going to be a guest on my television program. What did Liberace want?
Well, he said he knew it was highly irregular, and he doesn't want all his salary in advance, but would you be able to give him $100 of it immediately?
$100? I guess so, if it's urgent. What does he need the money for?
Toothpaste.
Okay, I'll give it to him. And Rochester, when he plays the piano on my TV show, I'm going to play my violin. So you better get it ready.
I did, boss. I took it out of the case, and one of the strings is broken.
Well, I have to pass the music store, so I'll pick up the string myself.
And that ain't all that's wrong with your violin.
What else?
It's full of termites.
Termites in my violin? That's awful. How can I get rid of them?
Play it! Play it!
Never mind, I'll think of something. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Oh, say, boys.
Now what?
There were a couple of other messages. Your dentist and your barber called.
What'd they say?
They're both ready. You can pick them up.
Okay. I'll see you when I get home. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Yeah, I'm sorry it took so long, fellas. Well, I'm going down to Beverly Hills. Anybody want a lift?
Not me, Jack. Really, I think I ought to go back to the studio and run over a couple of numbers with the orchestra.
Say, I want to go to Beverly Hills, too. Can I ride with you?
Sure, Dennis. Let's go. My car's across the street. It's a little cool out today, isn't it, Dennis?
Yeah. Say, Mr. Benny, can't we go a little bit faster?
What do you mean faster? We're in Beverly Hills already. We've made every light.
That one on La Brea changed 3 times before we got through it.
Well, that's a wide street. We made good time.
Well, if you don't mind, I'll get off here.
Okay.
I'll see you later. I got to get home.
Wait a minute, Dennis. If you want to go home, why'd you come all the way out here to Beverly Hills? You live in the opposite direction.
I know, but this way I get a longer ride on the bus.
But, Dennis...
Goodbye, Mr. Benny.
I can't understand Dennis. That kid drives me nuts. Maybe I ought to hire a singer who's a little more sensible. Then if he had more sense, he'd want more money. That would drive me nuts, too. Yeah, I'm better off the way I am. Well, there's the music store. Oh, here's a parking place. Gee, I'm lucky here's one, too. Yeah, I wonder if I can get in that space there. I'll have to back in. What? Hey, why don't you watch where you're going? It's reckless drivers like you who are a menace.
Don't holler at me. It was your fault.
My fault?
Well, it must have been. I was parked.
What?
You're the one who got chummy. I ought to have you arrested.
Oh, well, now, don't make a federal case out of this.
Look at the way you scratch my car.
What are you complaining about? You put a dent in my fender.
How can you tell?
Oh, a smart aleck, eh? Well, for your information, I've never had an accident. I've been driving this car for 25 years.
You bought it secondhand, huh?
What?
The dealer's name is still on it. Honest Geronimo.
Well, I'm not going to stay here and argue with you. I got things to do. Uh-oh. I forgot to put some money in the parking meter. The meter says expired. Let's see, I get 12 minutes for a penny. It'll take me about 3 minutes to walk to the store. About 3 minutes back. That's 6 minutes. 5 minutes to get waited on. That's 11. The store may be crowded, so I better allow for another 5 minutes. That'll be 16 minutes. Well, there's no use rushing. I'll put in 2 pennies. Well, I got my violin string. I'm sure glad it was the A string that broke. I'm always so embarrassed when I have to go into a store and ask for a G string. Look at that headline of the newspaper. Entire East covered by heavy blizzard. Gee, I feel sorry for the people back in New York. They have 10 inches of snow. Here in Los Angeles, all we had was some rain, sleet, hail, thunder, lightning, and an earthquake. All in 15 minutes, too. I don't want a Ricochet Romance. I don't want a Ricochet Romance. I don't want a Ricochet Romance. Gee, look what's playing here at the Warner's Theater. The Eddie Cantor Story. I hear it's a swell picture. It opened Christmas Day, and it's still playing here. Sometime this week, I'm going to come down there.
Jack!
Huh? Oh, Don! Now, what are you doing here?
Well, the sportsman and I just came out of the theater. We saw the Eddie Cantor Story.
Oh, hello, fellas. How'd you like the picture, Don?
Really wonderful, Jack. Wonderful. In fact, I liked it so much that on the way out of the theater, I stopped and congratulated Cantor.
Eddie Cantor? Is he in there watching the picture now?
He's been there since Christmas.
Well, what do you know?
I must tell you, Jack, I'm certainly glad I went in to see the picture because it gave me an idea for a musical number the quartet can do on the program.
Which one, Don?
Sing it, fellas!
Wait a minute, Don. How can they sing out here in front of the theater without any musical accompaniment?
Well, now, don't worry about that, Jack. Don't worry. That number comes in the picture in exactly 4 seconds.
What?
1, 2,
Don.
3,
but Don, out on
4.
The street.
There it goes.
But Don, out on the street. I don't want him singing out on the street here.
Like I know
It's embarrassing.
Oh, what a girl. There's none so classy as this fair lassie. Oh, my goodness, what a chassis. We went riding, she didn't balk. Back from Yonkers,
I'm the one that had to walk.
if you knew Susie like I know Susie. Oh, what a girl.
If you knew Lucky's like we know Lucky's.
Oh, what a smoke.
Like our friend Eddie, you smoke 'em steady.
Oh, pass those Luckies, we are ready. They taste better, really they do. Fresh and smoother, Luckies are the smoke for you. They even please Susie, and she's real choosy. Oh, what a smoke.
They're made much better,
Tear and compare, so much cleaner. Nothing beats 'em anywhere. Just puff that Lucky, enjoy your Lucky. Oh, what a smoke.
Glad I got away from Don and that quartet. Imagine them singing out on the street like that. I didn't mind them doing Eddie Cantor's song, but Don looked so silly hopping around clapping his hands. Well, here's my car. I might have... Hey, what's that on... Oh, for heaven's sakes, a parking ticket. This is ridiculous. I haven't been gone over 12 minutes. The meter says expired, but there must be something wrong with it. Well, they're not going to get away with it. I'm going to call the Beverly Hills Police Department and find out about this. I'll go in this drugstore here. There's the phone booth. I wonder what the number is. I'll call information.
Information.
Say, miss, I want the number of the police department.
The Los Angeles Police Department is Michigan 5211.
No, miss, I want the Beverly Hills Police Department.
I'm sorry, that's an unlisted number.
Well, thank you anyway. Well, if I can't get them on the phone, I'll go over there. Well, here it is, the Beverly Hills Police Station. What a swanky place. Gee, marble staircase, stained glass windows. Look what it says on the door. Booking department. Fingerprints by appointment only. Well, here's the traffic bureau. Miss, I'd like
Sit down, please.
Thank you. Miss, I'd like
You
to...
want to complain about a traffic ticket. Now, before we go any farther, let me get your record out. What's your name?
Jack Benny.
Benny. Benny. Oh, here it is, Jack Benny. Say, we haven't gotten anything out of you for a long time. The last entry was 25 years ago.
25 years ago?
Yes. You were charged with assault and battery by Honest Geronimo.
All right.
Now, let's see. I'll bring this card up to date.
Yeah.
At that time, you lived at 366 North Camden Drive.
It's still the same address.
I see. And your occupation was listed as comedian.
It's still the same.
Mm-hmm. And your weight was 160 pounds.
It's still the same.
And your age was...
Still the same.
Now, let's see. Color of eyes. Oh, yes, they're still blue, aren't they?
Well, frankly, I've never noticed. Now, look, miss.
One moment, please. Hello? Yes, Chief. Yes, that man was in and he paid his fine. Yes, that's right, $50, and he said it would never happen again. Goodbye.
A $50 fine? What was it for?
Driving through Beverly Hills with the top down.
Well, what's so terrible about going through Beverly Hills with the top down?
He was driving a garbage truck.
Now, miss, about this ticket of mine. Now, I happen to know that the meter where I was parked was definitely fast. And I don't think it's
fair.
fair.
Now, look, mister, I can't settle this. If you want to see the judge, that's up to you.
Well, I do.
Well, then you'll have to wait in the next room with everybody else.
All right. Gee, what a bunch of characters. I better sit down and... Hey, there's Rimley. Oh, Frankie! Frank! What's the matter with me? It's only his picture on the wall. Well, I might as well sit down. Pardon me, sir. Would you mind if I sit next to you?
Not at all. In fact, I'd appreciate it.
Appreciate it? Why?
I'm a pickpocket.
A pickpocket?
Oh, you got nothing to worry about. You ought to pin it to your underwear type if I ever saw one. Tell me, chum, what did they nab you for?
I was over parking.
Oh. Well, you like Judge Bailey. I was up before him last month for sentencing.
What'd you get?
30 days, his watch, his gavel, and a pocket edition of the Kinsey Report.
You mean you spent 30 days in the Beverly Hills jail?
Oh, yeah. They had me in solitary.
Well, that must have been pretty tough.
You said it. Nothing but bread and champagne.
Champagne?
Domestic.
Oh, that's awful.
Mr. Benny, Mr. Jack Benny.
Yes, miss.
You're next. Right this way to Judge Bailey's chambers.
Okay.
Good luck.
Thanks.
He keeps his wallet in the left hand.
I don't care! Your Honor, I ordinarily don't make trouble, but I'd like to protect...
Well, it's you again.
You? You're the judge?
Well, who do you think I am in this black robe? Mandrake the Magician?
What?
When you said don't make a federal case out of it, you were talking to the man who could.
But, Your Honor...
Quiet. I'm ready to pass sentence. That'll be $52.
$52? Wait a minute, it's only $2 for a parking ticket. What's the extra $50?
You had your top down.
What's that got to do with it?
You mean that thing isn't a garbage truck?
Garbage truck? Now, wait a minute, Your Honor. I'm a citizen of Beverly Hills. I've lived here for 25 years. I'm a taxpayer, and I know my rights.
I'm not going to pay any $52, and you try to find me that much, I'm going to take it up with
I will be back in a minute to tell you about my television show, which goes on immediately after the program on the CBS network with my guest star, Liberace. But first, a word from the sweetheart of Lucky Strike.
This is Dorothy Collins. Hi, everybody. You know, smoking enjoyment is all a matter of taste. And, friends, the fact of the matter is, Lucky's taste better. One important reason for this is LSMFT. Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Fine, naturally mild, good-tasting tobacco. And second, Lucky's are made better. They're made round and firm and fully packed to draw freely and smoke evenly. Golly, that's the whole thing in a nutshell. Truly fine tobacco in a better-made cigarette. That's the whole Lucky Strike story. That's why you can be sure every time you open a pack of Luckies, that you'll enjoy a better-tasting smoke. For smoking enjoyment is all a matter of taste. And the fact of the matter is, Luckies taste better. They're cleaner, fresher, smoother. Pick up a pack or two next time you buy cigarettes. Be happy. Go Lucky. You'll agree, Luckies taste better. Luckies taste better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother.
Luckies taste better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother. For Lucky Strike means fine tobacco, richer tasting, fine tobacco.
Luckies taste better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother. Lucky Strike, Lucky Strike.
Ladies and gentlemen, as I mentioned before, tonight I'm going to have Liberace on my television show. And we're going to try to get him to play the piano. And he's going to try to get me to play the violin. This is going to be one of the most trying programs you've ever watched. But watch it anyway. Good night, folks.
The Jack Benny Show tonight was written by Milt Josephsberg, John Tackerberry, Hal Goldman, Al Gordon, and produced and transcribed by Hilliard Marks. The Jack Benny program is brought to you by Lucky Strike, product of the American Tobacco Company, America's leading manufacturer of cigarettes.